A long time ago, I met a man who had been a homesteader way back in the early 1900s. He told me all he had to do was fill out a little bit of paperwork and then find 160 acres that nobody else was claiming and move on to that land. Well, of course, he had to build a house, he had to do farming, he had to stay there for 5 years, and then the land would belong to him. And he told me he had some interesting experiences on that little farm. He owned a milk cow, he owned a mule to pull the plow with, and he was doing some dry farming, but mostly he said he was raising chickens. Now, you may not know about chickens. Sometimes a hen will make her nest in a high, hard to get at place or in some dark corner because she doesn't want the farmer to find her eggs and to take them away. She wants to hatch them out so she can have some babies. This man told me he had one hen on that farm who was more clever than any other at hiding her nest. But no matter how much trouble it took, he would make the effort to find her eggs because she laid the biggest eggs of any hen on the farm. In fact, he told me that her eggs were so big, it only took 8 of them to make a dozen. But I think if he had realized how badly she wanted to be a mother, he would have felt sorry for her. He would have let her hatch out some of her eggs. He didn't realize that until one time when a terrible hailstorm hit that farm. Great big balls of ice came battering down out of the sky. They knocked holes in the roofs of all his buildings. They beat the crops back down into the ground. When the storm was over, the man walked around to see what the damage was. He went out to the chicken house. And there, in one corner of the chicken yard, he saw a pile of straw with 6 or 8 big hailstones on top of it. Those hailstones were about as big as chickens' eggs. In fact, it looked for all the world like a nest with some eggs on it. And just about the time he noticed that, the hen, who wanted to be a mother so badly, noticed it too. She ran over there and fluttered down on top of those hailstones and started clucking away as happy as could be. And the man said to himself, "Oh, that crazy chicken. She thinks she's going to hatch out those hailstones." He walked away laughing. But that hen had made up her mind, and she was going to stay there until the job was finished. Every day he would go out to the chicken yard, and there she would be, sitting on top of that pile of straw. He laughed and laughed at that silly hen. But I think the hen got the last laugh. Because one morning the farmer went out there to the chicken yard, and there was that hen strutting along as proud as could be. And what do you think was walking along behind her? A whole string of little penguins. Yeah, she hatched out those ice eggs.